Hi, and thank you for joining us here on Aesthetic TV. I'm Dr. Andrew Warden with my co-host, Stuart Brazel.
It's great to be here.
That's so nice to be back. We're here today to talk about a new breakthrough in anti-aging technology that can actually turn back the clock and reverse the signs of aging skin.
Well, I have to say that sounds pretty amazing. Dr. Warden, what is this technology?
Well, it's called Forever Young BBL. That's short for Broadband Light from Cyton. And to help explain what the Forever Young BBL can do, how it works, and what makes it so different, we've invited prominent dermatologist and researcher Dr. Patrick Bitter. Dr. Bitter is certified by the American Board of Dermatology and is a pioneer in the use of pulse light energy. He's a developer of the photofacial procedure and author of several groundbreaking papers on the use of pulse light for skin rejuvenation. Welcome to Aesthetic TV, Dr. Bitter.
Thank you very much for inviting me to talk about this exciting breakthrough in skin health.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. And our viewers are always interested in keeping up with the very latest developments in aesthetic medicine in order to look and feel their very best. Before we get into the details of the Forever Young BBL, can you explain a little bit about what BBL is?
That's a very interesting question, Stuart. The difference between BBL and laser is that a laser is a single color of light, and BBL is hundreds of colors of light. And if I may illustrate, from the handpiece that comes in contact with the skin, hundreds of colors of light are flashed at the same time. And that explains the results that we see with the photofacial procedure that are different from a laser, where the skin looks clearer, it looks brighter, it looks smoother, it looks healthier.
So the whole thing is that you're targeting different wavelengths of lesions of colors, correct?
That's exactly right. So a laser is able to really target specifically a very limited element in the skin, and hundreds of colors of light in BBL are able to treat multiple things at the same time.
I see. Well, that's right. Pulse light treatments have been around for years and are used to treat acne, rosacea, freckles, and age spots, among other things. They've also been used for facial rejuvenation, but I understand that today Dr. Bitter has some news about two groundbreaking clinical studies he's just published in conjunction with Stanford University Dermatology Department that show some really incredible results. Can you tell us something about that interesting research?
Thank you. The first study, we looked at the gene expression in skin cells, and we designed the study, I and my coworkers at the dermatology department at Stanford University School of Medicine, to treat aged skin, 70-year-old forearm skin. We did a series of 3 treatments and then removed a sample of skin from a treated area and untreated area. That was looked at Stanford and analyzed to see the differences in gene expression. We know that old skin cells and young skin cells express genes differently, and what we found in the study was very stunning.
So tell us about those results you found.
Well, Dr. Warden, we know that every skin cell has about 25,000 genes, and we looked at about over 2,000 of those. And we found that with the Forever Young BBL treated skin, over 1,000 genes were rejuvenated.
This is really cutting edge stuff, treating actually the genetic component to slow down or reverse that aging process.
This was the first study that has actually shown that you could take living cells in a human and be able to alter the gene expression and make them act like younger cells. And a study like this has never been done before.
Great stuff.
Yeah, and I know you also did a second study. Can you tell us more about that?
So in the second study, it was designed, I designed that to answer the question, really, what happens when you get a number of treatments done over a period of years? There were some questions in the early days when we were using this type of technology. Maybe it would be a bad thing to get a lot of treatments. And so I had 15 subjects that had at least one photofacial treatment with BBL over at least an 8-year period of time, and it had no other kind of cosmetic surgery. And what we found in the study, when we had a panel of 500 experts, including dermatologists and plastic surgeons, evaluating the before and after photos, was the following. And if you look up here, you can see the data. At the very top, the blue bar that says 46 was the actual average age of the 15 subjects. The green bar at the top, 45, was the assessed age. That was the age that the 500 investigators or evaluators thought they looked at their before photos. The subjects aged on average 9 years, So in their after photos, their average was 55 years of age. That's the blue bar at the very bottom. But the green bar above that is the assessed age. That's the age that the evaluators thought they were in their after photos. They thought they were 45. And all of us know that nature, when you go from age 45 to age 55, nature does not make us look younger. So what we have learned from this long-term study was that the Forever Young BBL treatment from Sciton is the closest that we have come to the fountain of youth for aging skin. And in my opinion, Forever Young BBL treatment is the best non-invasive treatment that somebody can do for their skin to slow down skin aging.
So you're telling us that you can show that you're actually making skin look younger? That's, I have to say, wow.
Well, Stuart, that's what we discovered in the study that we did with Forever Young BBL. It's very impressive.
And we have some photos that you brought to show those results, right?
Yes, I'd like to show you in the photos, and we can take a look at. So we know that with Sciton's BBL technology, you can take aged, sun-damaged skin and make it look dramatically better with no downtime.
That's dramatic.
Extremely dramatic.
Now, in the study, when we took, some of our subjects were younger, and our subject here is 38 years of age, and what you're looking at in the after photo is her 10.5 years older, with having done nothing more than about 3 Forever Young BBL treatments per year. And you can see that she's basically aged hardly at all. Now, what if you take somebody who's older than that? And this subject is 58 when she started her treatments, and the after photo, she's nearly 9 years older. She'll go from age 58 to 67 with nothing more than about 2 to 3 treatments for Forever Young BBL per year.
Impressive results, huh?
And
extremely.
And women typically really find that this aging around the mouth, where they get the lines, the wrinkles, that cobbly texture to the skin and the chin and the upper lip. And you can see with a non-invasive, no downtime treatment, the Forever Young BBL, that skin looks dramatically better 9.5 years later.
Yeah, both the discolorations and the fine lines are better following that treatment. And finally, the hands. The hands give it away.
Yeah, the hands tell age.
Yeah.
And you're very right at that. So, and I believe that Forever Young BBL is really the best way to be able to rejuvenate non-invasively skin. And one of the remarkable things about the treatment is that we can treat and get the same anti-aging delaying of skin aging anywhere on the body.
I have to say that seeing is really believing, and those are some truly fantastic examples of what Forever Young BBL can do. We were both kind of going, oh my goodness.
For sure, and I mean, I have to say those are really very impressive images, Dr. Bitter. What's the ideal patient to treat with this type of technology?
This is a good question. Pretty much anybody that begins to have visible aging changes in their skin or sun damage is a good candidate for a Forever Young BBL treatment. I think that for those people in their late 30s and early 40s, it makes so much sense now to start doing Forever Young BBL treatments. 1 to 2 to 3, 4 treatments a year. I think optimally 4 treatments a year is what will really delay aging the best.
So tell us a little, what's the best treatment technique when you're using Forever Young BBL?
This is a very important question. The results that a person will experience really depend on 3 important things. 1 is the optimal settings that the doctor will choose. 2 is doing enough passes. And this is one of the breakthroughs that Sciton's BBL technology affords us, is that it's so fast we're able to do multiple passes, and that gets better results. It makes the treatment more comfortable, and it makes it very safe. And the 3rd is doing enough treatments. Those 3 things will really determine the results that somebody will get.
And really for all skin types?
Good point. BBL technology is safe to be able to treat even dark skin types. It does take a certain level of expertise on the practitioner's part to know how to treat darker skin, but it is very safe to treat dark skin.
And in terms, you touched on it slightly, the discomfort when getting the treatment, how would you describe that?
Well, some people feel relatively little, and other people will feel like a hot flash or a snap. There's no discomfort that is persisting afterwards. So treatments are simple. They take about 15 minutes to do a face. There's essentially no downtime with that. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to treat a back of a hand. And I've trained about 5,000 doctors in the art of doing photofacial treatments over the last 10 years around the world. So there are a number of people well trained in knowing how to do Forever Young BBL treatments.
Well, that's so important. It's so important with any treatment or technology, that the physician treating the patient, like you said, knows how to properly choose the ideal settings and number of treatments for that patient's skin type, age, and condition.
This is very true.
And I'm sure our viewers would like to know more about the patient experience. So what can a patient expect when they come in and receive a treatment with Forever Young BBL?
Well, most people will say after treatment it was a lot easier than they kind of thought or anticipated it would be. But again, for a face, it takes about 15 minutes to do a treatment from start to finish. And afterwards, people can apply makeup, put sunblock on, and go about their usual activities.
I have to say, after hearing about these great results and seeing such impressive examples with Forever Young BBL, I'm convinced. So how do people at home find a physician in their area?
Well, the best way to find a physician who's trained in the art of doing the Forever Young BBL treatment is foreveryoungbbl.com and go to the physician locator.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bitter, for joining us here to inform our viewers about what really looks like an amazing breakthrough in skin rejuvenation and anti-aging treatments.
Yes, thank you so much, Doctor, for showing us how Forever Young BBL can actually turn back the clock on the aging process. And it's truly very impressive, and I'm sure all of our viewers are excited to hear about this new treatment option, as I have been super excited.
Well, it's been wonderful being invited to come and talk about what Sciton's BBL technology can do. Thank you very much.
And to all our viewers out there, we really appreciate you spending time with us. I'm Dr. Andrew Warden.
And I'm Stuart Brazel. Until next time, stay tuned
and stay beautiful.